everybody. It is, what is it, Saturday? Saturday. So, this is the week for the Ariel Atom V8 Fantasy Challenges. It's alternating with the WEC, which takes place alternate weeks on a Sunday. We're hoping for a few more drivers today. We didn't have an awful lot when we did the race last, or 2 weeks ago rather. We're expecting 7 people. Don't really know if 7 people are going to turn up. We will see. So last week we did round at Tiger Moth, basically the top test track, and I managed to get 4th place out of 5. I was a bit slow, I think, mainly because I was a bit unsure of the track. I think a bit unsure of the car as well. I don't think I'm going to be very on the pace here either. So we're at Blackwood today. Blackwood is basically a conversion of a track from a game called Live for Speed. It's quite a good recreation. Graphically, it's not too great, but it's a few bumps on the transitions of certain parts of the track. But we're missing out the chicane today, so no stupid high curbs and tyres and stupid things. So for the rest of the season, we're going to be at Bryce Canyon, which is let's just say a roller coaster ride. Then we're at Taban Raceway, which is an original R Factor track, which is made for R Factor 2. I may not make Taban Raceway because I'll be racing at the, I think it's 1,000 kilometers of 1,000 kilometers of 26th of October. 1.5 hours of Monza, so we'll be doing that instead. And then 5th round will be Rostock, which is technically not a fantasy track. It was actually part of the Grand Prix Championship in the 1930s. Again, graphically a bit shoddy and a bit bright, so you'll have to bear with me for that. And then Autumn Ring, which is a Gran Turismo original track. Kind of cool. So, that's where we're at. Done a little bit of practice. We're going to unmute Chief. We always forget to do that. But we're going to do it quickly this time. And let's get into the cockpit and put all of our overlays on. See what we're doing. There's a pit stop this round. That's all of our got. There we go. Stuff. Don't know why my stream preview is not coming up. Can't see it. I need to. I was hoping my teammate would join me. He's not made it today. And looks also like my pedal cam is on the piss. That.
Fastest lap for Tony, 102.6.
That was the wrong way. So I'm lucky to be anywhere near the gym for this race. Still doesn't look straight, does it? Nowhere near. That'll do. So I was going to move it forward a bit, but this time. Okie dokie. Okay, so I've been experimenting with taking some wing off. I didn't really think that this car would need to have wing. It's got a big back straight, so I'm wondering whether I'm going to need a bit of extra space in the gear ratios to compensate for that. It does have traction control though. I'm wondering whether maybe to take the ABS down a little. This is the Ariel Atom.
There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him. Sector 2 is clear.
So we're missing out the stupid chicane at the start, but that obviously means transition. It's full of horrible bumps. So it's bound to be a slipstream battle down the straight. I don't know what slipstream is going to be like. I wasn't actually... Ooh, turned in a bit too early though. I wasn't actually close to anyone. In the race 2 weeks ago. I only got 4th because there was a person in 4th
Car
that
ahead has just done up 102.9.
kept going off the track. 102. Apparently there's supposed to be a little bit of rain this round. This car is on semi-slicks, so we're not going to be changing any tyres. Oh, I braked a bit too late for the amount
Yellow
of
flag, caution.
grip I had.
Sector 2 is green.
I've been playing a lot of Satisfactory today. A few things sorted in my automation.
Okay, Neil, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. Sector 3 is 1.7, off the pace. Okay, make those calls please, Claire.
Clear right.
An interesting way to exit the pits. Didn't stay on the left, he went up the way to the right. So I've got to brake hard between the 150 and the 100, and when I get it wrong, I get it wrong quite dramatically. I mean, I normally don't like
Sector 2 is 0.6, off the pace.
having ABS. I normally just like having a raw brake pedal and modulating it myself. I kept it pinned there. I didn't think I was going to come off the curb.
Off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.6, off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9, off the pace.
So I think the only places we're going to have to overtake, someone's doing the chicane. It's the no chicane layout, dude. Forgot what I was going to say now.
Car left, clear left.
Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace.
Oh yeah, so I think passing places are going to be very limited. I think possibly you might be able to get a run on someone up to turn 1. Then if you don't get them into turn 1, you possibly will slipstream them down the back straight.
Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.3 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.6 seconds off the pace. Your last lap time was at 104.8.
I don't know how they're in the 102s, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I'm going as quick as I can. He just brake like 10 meters later, and I just think am I pushing too hard? Am I not carrying enough momentum through these turns? Am I not on the throttle early enough? Have I got too much downforce?
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.4 seconds off the pace. Your lap time was at 105.3. The guy behind has just done a 103.9.
Definitely fourth fastest.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
Guessing. I mean, I'm hard on the brakes. I'm not locking up. Reduced ABS. Maybe ABS is helping. So maybe I've just got to turn ABS all the way up. I don't know. It was a thoroughly boring race 2 weeks ago.
Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace.
I think I might actually put the ABS back on. We're gonna put it at minimum wing. I'm just not slippy. So. My preview is underneath what I need to be looking at. There we go.
The car in front has just posted a 103.8.
Good evening, Benjamin. I am atoming. Yes.
If it exit is clear, push now.
Do you recognise this track? Now I do believe there is going to be a little bit of wet weather. We've still got 15 minutes of practice left. Like the ABS is actually helping. Maybe that's where I'm losing out. I'm sure the some of the signs at the side of the track might give it away. If you haven't played the game that it's from, you probably won't know it. Yeah, ABS seems to be helping. I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with this track. Did end up joining a league which did a round of this track, and I always seem to be around a certain driver that, I don't know, just their racecraft was severely lacking. I ended up getting spun around by them in multiple races. For some reason they had some kind of vendetta against me, but
Your lap time was 104.8. Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace.
I remember coming up the back straight, and I'll show you what I did. So I was coming up this back straight. I think they were actually coming up behind me. They were in my draft. So what I did was move to the inside like this, because that's the way that the straight goes. But they were determined to not use the big part of the left side of the track where my car wasn't. They decided, I'm going to try and draft and pass on the right.
0.4 off the pace.
And in the end, they didn't want to yield to pass on the left where most of the track was left. They decided to go into the gap that was closing and pitted me around on the straight. Can safely say I didn't play that league
Sector 1 is 0.5
anymore.
off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.4 off the pace.
I wasn't impressed with the driving. So this track is from, you can probably see on the advertising there, Live for Speed. The conversion of a track that came from that game. Live for Speed is still around. Game from the early 2000s, I think.
Sector 2 is 0.3 off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.2 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
Well, maybe the early 2000s is an exaggeration. I think it came out after R Factor. So maybe mid 2000s or late 2000s. It was before R Factor 2 anyway.
Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag.
Still definitely in fourth.
Sector 2 is 4.2 off the pace.
Oof.
Sector 3 is 1.8 seconds off the pace.
Well, I'm 6/10 away from third.
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace.
I mean, I'm hard on the brakes, pressing the pedal as hard as I can at the end of the straight.
We need to find a tent in Sector 2. The guy behind has just done a 106.3.
Well, I'm going to have 4th place. But I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to catch up with 3rd.
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 2. Sector 3 is 1.2 seconds off the pace.
Other people just seem to have got more of a handle on this car than I have. I just feel like I'm driving the balls off it, but this don't seem to be getting anywhere.
Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace.
Maybe it's one of those cases where I'm just driving too hard.
Good lap, that's your best in the session. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 2. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
I've taken all my downforce
2/10
off.
off the pace in Sector 1.
I wonder if it's actually worse closing the radiator. Because it's not like you're going to be able to pass through people through these corners. You're going to need the top speed on the back straight.
That's your quickest lap in this session. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Your Sector 2 time is quick. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace.
Turn down the traction control to see what happens. Not getting the nose in.
Okay Neil, 10 minutes of fuel remaining. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 2. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 2. Sector 3 is 1.1 off the pace. That last lap was a 104.0. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel. New fastest lap for Tony, 102.4.
Don't seem to be able to get under 104. Oh, it just did a 103.97. Yeah, I've just got to turn earlier than I think I need to.
2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. You've just done a 103.7. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace.
I'm probably going to drive the balls off this
Sector 2 is
thing.
0.3 off the pace.
Not going to get anywhere. But then again, I reckon I can race better than I can qualify. And you don't want to hit that inside curve.
Good lap. That's your quickest today. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.3 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace.
See air temperature, 19 degrees. I mean, we could try closing our radiator. On the front, I suppose. Don't know. The full tank of fuel is how many minutes? 19 minutes. How much fuel for 15 minutes?
For 15 minutes. We estimate we'll need about 32 litres.
I haven't actually tried what it's like to go the pits. Oh, he sent a setup there. If I end up going quicker with this on, I am going to be very annoyed.
All clear on pit exit, you can push now.
Well, his gear ratios are different from mine.
Yellow flag. We think car spinned it.
His name is Care, not Car, but
That's the end of the session, P4.
well, we're gonna go with our setup. To 6 litres. How long does that go? 7 laps. Let's do 4. 5.5. Right, see if we can.
Its exit is clear. Don't cross the line. Alright Neil, we've got 9 minutes to get a decent lap in.
Right, let's see if we can get into the 103s in quali. Wish me luck. That's not actually me on the camera, is it? That's not me on the camera. That's me. I'm surprised you're not joining us, Ben. Don't you fancy ragging these around a fancy track, or not your thing? There's actually a series coming up, I think, based on the Super Formula. Oh yeah, definitely a free car. Down to second gear. I've never gone down to second gear at all yet.
P4. Sector 3 is 0.3 off the pace.
It's on workshop, I believe.
You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1.
Decided to go down to second instead of third there. Don't know if that gained me anything. There's an apex there somewhere.
That's your best lap in the session. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
I don't really fancy doing the next round. Seems like a bit of a roller coaster at Bryce Canyon. I won't be doing the fourth round, but to ban, which is unfortunate. I was really looking forward to that. Oh, I've screwed this one up.
2 minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 2 time is good.
Oh, 80 kilometers now.
Okay, Neil, 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
Another one. Find my mouse pointer. I'm only about a tenth away from third.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. The car ahead has just done a 103.3. You've had quite a lot of aero damage. You might need to come in and get it fixed.
I had the like intrusive thoughts. So I said, I wonder if those posts are solid. And of course, I had to hit one to find out.
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Oh, I was looking at chat.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace.
I don't usually bang down the gears like that.
We need to find a tent in Sector 2.
Still miss the apex.
Sector 1 is 0.6 off the pace. We need to find a tent in Sector 2. Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. To go for 2 minutes.
I'll find 4 tenths to get into third. I'm already 2 tenths down on my personal best.
Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. We're running on fumes, mate. Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace.
Got that. Down all wrong.
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace. Sector 2 time is okay. Sector 3 is 1.4 off the pace. That's the end of the session. P4.
Nah, I'm not gonna do anything with that. 103. Yeah, I was nowhere near third. Well, there you go. Alright, everyone's in the pits apart from Julian, but I would imagine that that is the grid order. Go to the start in order. Tony Talviti gets first. Costas Kant Zuras gets second. John Van der Geest third. And fourth. And Julian Kerr is in fifth. That's the size of it. Okie doke. Let's go back into our set up our box there. Right. Gonna need a drinky of water. Ugh. Had an energy drink and quite a lot of sugar tonight, so we may be up a while. So let's try not to spin it this time. I'm guessing I might be able to pick up some points just by sticking it on the circuit, but it's fourth to lose. Whether I can get hold of third, I do not know. Really don't. So next week it's going to be WEC at Spa, and that is Sunday. After the stress of a week ago, I mean, I did put in a couple of protests about hypercar behaviour. Whether or not that was heeded or not, I don't know. Turned out that I don't think anyone really got penalised for it. Well, yes, in sim racing online you can protest. You have a 24-hour cool-off period, then you put in a protest.
Air temperature's decreasing. It's now 20 Celsius.
I mean, I didn't really want to go through the replay because it was like 90 minutes. So. But I did.
Fastest
noted down
lap
all
for
of the
Tony,
stuff.
103.0.
But, I don't know whether Spa's going to be easier or not. I felt that some of the hypercars just took liberties with how they were treating GTs. They just made the GTs. You can avoid us rather than the other way around. Well, I struggle with multi-class racing because I never really top class a car. But
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Well, these ones, no, not
just
the.
done a 102.8.
The WEC ones are, though. I didn't bother watching the broadcast of the WEC one.
That's a new fastest lap for Tony, 102.6.
I wasn't going to learn anything. I mean, maybe if they're not doing broadcast for one of the other series, maybe I will do that. So there is something coming up. I didn't know. See what? So Super Formula Japan 2024. Going to probably be on alternate Sundays. So strangely, it's got Sunday the October the 13th, and then it's got Thursday, October the 24th, and then it goes back to Sundays again. So it should be on YouTube under Sim Racing Online, I think. So there's 8 people signed up to the Super Formula so far. And it starts on October 13th. Fuji, Suzuka, Otopolis, Sugo, Motegi, and Okayama. I mean, maybe if they don't broadcast that, maybe I will. Just because I won't be driving it. Oh, still. Even though felt like I slept long today, I still feel like I'm catching up.
Checkered flags out, P5.
I'm regretting I haven't got my fan out today.
That's the end of the session. P5. P4. The track temp is 43 Celsius. The air temp is 22.
Here we go. Right. Got a pit stop that we've got to remind ourselves to have. Not taking tyres, but I don't know how much fuel we're going to be taking. There's 31. But... Right, we're on a hill, so we're not going to be...
Acknowledged. We'll have spotter calls from here, please, Claire.
And a bit of a mess of the first lap. We're on the wisps of draft. Like draft is not really too effective. Missing all their apexes. Right, to brake a bit on exit because I was about to run up his chuff. Too much curb. Just seem to be getting so much more traction off the first corner than I am. I tried to keep my foot in.
Yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. The bodywork's in pretty bad shape. We might need to fix that. Okay, Neil, you've got half your fuel left.
Stupidly kept my foot in when I should have just lifted off. Car's not turning left very well. Not turning right very well either. It's not turning right at all.
Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace. Okay, pit stop requested.
Actually saying that, if I do that, I just can't turn.
Pit stop cancelled.
Oh, it's pretty much fucked.
That's 20 minutes to go. That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
I mean, now I'm in the 104s and they're doing 103s. Fuck off! Braked at the normal point and just went round.
Sector 2
Would
is
not
yellow.
stop.
Green flag in Sector 2.
I don't really think I'm going to bother with this series going forward. With only like 5 people turning up, including myself, and then one quitting after 2 laps.
Air temperature's falling. It's now 20 Celsius. Pit crew is ready. That lap was a 104.8.
I mean, even though the car's not turning, no real point in pairing.
You've just done a 103.8. Okay, Neil, very little fuel left. In this lap, box this lap.
Sum it out for 103.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
Well, it's not like there's going to be a queue for the pits, eh?
Pit window open. Very little fuel left. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. Pit crew's ready. Go, go, go. Exit's clear. Push.
Oh!
Sector
Who
one
left
is
that
yellow.
post
All right,
there?
We're halfway home. We estimate 16 minutes of fuel left. Green flag sector 1. Minutes left.
And then my steering's damaged even more.
That lap was a 104.5. Sector 3 is 1.2 seconds off the pace. just done at 103.9. The leader is pitting now.
What a thoroughly boring race.
Tony is now in the lead. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 2/10 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.8 off the pace.
I'm losing out in the final sector somehow.
Okay, Neil, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. That was a 104.4.
I mean, the temperatures were only really an issue when I was standing still, so as long as it's got air going through the radiator, it seems to be okay. I mean, they did say there was a chance of rain. But
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
I'm sorry this is such a boring watch. It'll all be over soon. Actually, the rear brakes are really hot. I've put the front brake bias forwards.
Air temp's falling. It's now 18 Celsius.
I mean, I didn't see anywhere for brake ducts. The rear brakes are really hot. The fronts are not. I don't know if that's the part of the car that I saw fall off, which was the brake cooling for the rears, perhaps. If that's even a thing. I mean,
half your fuel.
my tyres are not much better. It's my driving. I mean, what, 17.8 track temperature? No, that's air temperature. It's 43 track temperature.
That lap time was 105.3. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
I didn't request a pit stop. He stopped doing it.
Minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Okay, Neil, you should have plenty of space on the exit. We expect to exit the pits in position 4, in front of guest. The pit crew is ready. That lap was a 104.2. Acknowledged. Pit request cancelled.
My UI is saying that Costas hasn't pitted. Oh no. No, it is saying that he hasn't pitted. I don't think that's true at all. Cannot make this race on a full tank. I mean, the sky's getting greyer. I think it is just about to rain.
5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. That was a 105.2.
might as well get lapped, to be honest.
Car right, clear right.
Tony crossed the line with 2 seconds to go. He refused. To end the race.
Of fuel remaining. E4, there we go, it's over. Bring it back round.
Thoroughly boring. Crashed early on and then it was just... I don't know. Right, well, I suppose we'll look at the results. There's not really much point. I mean, there was one change of position, and it wasn't me. Only wins. John actually took Costas for second. Costas third, me in fourth. Julian did not finish. Yeah. Thoroughly bored with that. I wasn't really impressed. Wasn't really impressed at all. So, things coming up. So my schedule. Sorry. Can't find where the bloody this channel. So coming up, the next thing we're doing is on October 3rd. So we've got our Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 watch party, which should be the 3rd, 4th. So the 3rd and the 4th of October will be at 6 o'clock. And there'll be 3 episodes we can watch. 5th of October, which I think is the Saturday, will be at 2 o'clock until 4. because in the evening, I've got an endurance race, which is 100 minutes of Nürburgring. So we're going to be back in the Porsche 904, and we're going to be racing around the Nordschleife. We're then going to be back for the 6th of October for the last part of The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3, episodes 10 and 12. And then I'm going to delete the Atom Championship, because I'm really not interested in doing any more of that. Don't normally quit out of a series mid-season, but just not enjoying it. So what's remaining? So on the 6th of October, it's the last, as I said, episode 10 to 12, and then we've got the WEC Championship on the 6th of October, which is +7. 2 weeks after that, on the 20th of October, we've got round 3, which I believe is probably Fuji or something. Can't remember. And then on the 26th of October, I've got the 1.5 hours of Monza back in the 904. That's it for October. That is the schedule. I will double check to see if there was anything that anyone actually said on the server. He said, Neil, you're always faster in the race. I am. I'm not a qualifier, I'm a racer, fortunately. Pity I binned it, eh? Pity I binned it. I binned it. Ah! I'm all sweaty now, my face is all... Right, I've got to go have a dinner now. I don't normally have dinner before I race, so... I'm probably going to be back tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully we have better luck at WEC in Spa, but don't count on it. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Probably mid-afternoon stream until late evening. We're either going to be doing SnowRunner or we're going to be doing Satisfactory. I was doing a little bit of tinkering with my Satisfactory thing. I was having a lot of trouble with fluid dynamics, getting my my oil and stuff producing enough power. But maybe we'll do a bit of that. Maybe we'll do a bit of SnowRunner. Who knows? But anyway, then I'm going to have a think about whether I want to broadcast the Super Formula. Don't see anything on the forum that says people are broadcasting it, so I probably will broadcast that as a spectator. That might be quite fun, but I would probably prefer it if more people in it. So I may post up and say I would broadcast it. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. I know it was a bit boring, fortunately. So see you tomorrow sometime. Hopefully my SnowRunner experience and my Satisfactory experience it's going to be more successful. So